Today, Saturday, the 17th of August 2024, we have some handpicked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to access even more game, as well as having access to members-only match prediction picks, then of course you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan and start to have access to all our handpicked match prediction events to take your winning to the next level. I'm going to put the link below this video description, which you can easily click on it and join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro package plan and start to have access to all our handpicked events to take your winning to the next level. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first event of our today's list. Looking at the first event, I'm going to begin with England Premier League, a match between Arsenal playing against Wolves. I will first of all want to share with you the recent performances of these teams based on the recent event they have had. Looking at that of Arsenal based on the most recent game they have had, you're going to see that Arsenal had games with stronger teams like Lyon in the Emirates Cup, also against Bayer Leverkusen just recently in the club friendly against Liverpool, and you can see that they have had games with very stronger teams, and most of the time they have had a lead, as compared to that of its opponent, which have had games, especially also in the club friendly, but the performance of Wolves is not as great as that of Arsenal based on the club friendly games they have had with stronger opponents and also in the Emirates Cup. Now, looking at the home performance of Arsenal, they are very, very offensive, especially when they come at home, as you can see, 2-4-2, as compared to its opponent Wolves that have a away play game, as you can see that they concede based on the way. Now, looking at the stands, you're going to see that this is just the first round of this tournament, and Arsenal is coming to meet with Wolves. As a result, everything being put in place, we are looking at two major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, Arsenal has displayed a very great form, especially in the recent games they have had in the club friendly as well as in the Emirates Cup. And based on performance of Arsenal at home, they show a very high level of offense as compared to its opponent. And everything being put in place, since this is just the start of the tournament, Arsenal want to try to see how they can secure points to climb ahead of the league table, as well as the away team will also want to make sure it impress. And everything put to place, we want to look at two major picks here. First, we want to look at Arsenal to lead this match in full time, and secondly, we want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time, or the possibility of 2.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Czech Republic Liga, a match between Slava Prague against Templis. For this event, I'll first of all want to share with you the performance of Slava Prague based on home event. Slava Prague is very, very offensive, and they have had games with teams like Sigma Olukmuk 2-0, 3-1, 4-0, and they have shown greater offense based on home compared to that of Team Place, which is its away team, which shows that they are not very good based on away. And looking at one comparison here, Slava Prague had a game with Sigma Olukmuk at home. They beat it 2-0. This same Sigma also had a game with its opponent. As you can see here, they had a lose 2-1. And now looking at the stands, you're going to see that this particular round is the round 5 here. And based on form, we are going to see that Slava Prague show a better form. Out of 4 events, they have had 3 wins, 7 goals scored, no concede, comparing to that of its opponent, which out of 4 events, just 1 win, 4 goals scored, and 8 goal concede. And everything being put in place, we are looking at 2 major picks here in full time. For this event, Slava Prague, which is the home team, have shown a very great level of offense as well as defense as compared to its opponent. And based on home, the performance of Slava Prague at home is even more offensive and more defensive. And as a result of this, we are looking at Slava Prague to either lead this match in full time, or the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Greece in the Super League, a match between PAOK playing against Panserakos. For this event, I want to share with you the performance of PAOK. They have shown a very great performance, especially in the Champions League. They had games against teams like Mamo, as you can see here, Burak Banja Luka, and other stronger teams. And compared to that of its opponent, they have only had games in the club friendly. And As a result, you're going to see that the performance of Payok, based on the Champions League games they have had, they have shown good performance. Looking at Payok at home, based on recent gameplay, you're going to see that they have had stronger teams like Royal Union Saint Gallows and also Mamo. They managed to see how they can always secure a goal in every game played in this Champions League and club friendly. Also, looking at that of its opponent, you're going to see that they also had games with teams like Lamia in the club friendly and also in its league itself, which is in the Super League of Greece. And now, looking at the stands, I want to share with you, this is just round one of this table, and you can see that Pansyracuse sits on the second position based on placement, and Payok sits on the ninth position. And everything being put in place, we want to look at 2 to 3 major picks in this event in full time. Looking at Payok against its opponent, these two teams have shown a very great form, especially in the match they have had in the club friendly as well as the Champions League. Also, since this league or tournament is just starting, these two teams have shown great result based on recent gameplay they have had. And coming now, they are wanting to fight to see how they can have points and also to see how they can have good position on the league table. As a result, they want to impress, leading to goals possibility. So want to look at least 1.5 going full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next here, we are looking at Latvia in the first league, a match between Rezekne against Rigas. First, I'll share with you the performance of Riknegze, which is the home team at home. You're going to see that based on its recent performance, they showed goal score rate comparing to that of Rigas as well. That also showed that they always had goals scored based on events recently they have had. Looking at the stands, I will share with you the standing based on form. You're going to see that for these two teams, you can see that Rekne at home shows that based on the home performance out of 5 events they have had, if I now try to switch this at home, you're going to see that for 5 events, they have had 1 win, 5 goals scored, and 12 conceded. They show a great level of conceding power as compared to that of its opponent, which if you see here, you're going to see that for Rigas, they have had 5 game played, also 1 win, 7 scored, and 9 conceded. Both of these two are not very defensive, and they are coming to meet each other. Everything being put in place, we look at 2 major picks here in full time. First, we look at 1.5 goal possibility in full time, and secondly, 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we are looking at Estonia in the SC Liga, a match between Vimsi against Elva. For this event, I'll first of all want to share with you the recent game performance they have had. And looking at Vimsi at home, it shows that they are very good at scoring 6, 1, 4, and 2. As you can see here, comparing to that of Elva based on away games, they are also good at scoring. 3, as you can see, 4, 8, 2, and 2. That shows a great level of offense. And looking at the stands, I'll share with you the form table based on Vimsi and Elva. Vimsi at home, which shows that out of 5 events played, they have had 2 wins, and you can see up to 16 goals scored and 10 goals conceded. That's an average goal score rate of above 3 based on home game played and a conceded rate of 2. Looking at that of its opponent based on away game, you're going to see that they also show that they are good at scoring, having 5 game played, 10 goals. That's an average goal score rate of 2, and they are not that very defensive. And everything being put in order, we look at 2 major picks here in full time. Since these both teams are good at offense, but the defense is also not very, very strong, we look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time since the defense will not be very strong, as well as the possibility of at least 2.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next here, we are looking at Estonia in the SC Liga, a match between Haju Lagri against Tartu Welko. For this event, I want to share with you the performance recently of Haju, which is the home team. They have had games against opponents like Pet, Vimsi, you can see Talim, and they have shown a great performance, as you can see here. Now, looking at the overall, based on Haju, they have had games with Nome in the cup and also against Flora, which are stronger teams, and trans-wise, they are very, very offensive, especially recent game they have had based on the cup they have played. Comparing with that of its opponent, they have shown that they concede too much of goals, as you can see here. Looking at the performance of Haju based on home gameplay, they are very, very strong and offensive as compared to that of Tartu Welko. You're going to see that they also show that they can score goals as well. Now, looking at the stands, you're going to see that based on the standing, based on form, Haju, which is the home team, based on home games, you're going to see that they show that they are good. Out of 5 events played, they have had 3 wins, up to 17 goals scored and 6 conceded. That's an average goal score rate of above 3. And of course, looking also at that of its opponent, which based on away game, they will show that out of 5 events played, they have had 3 wins, 12 goals scored, and 7 conceded. Very offensive and they are not very, that is very offensive and they are not very defensive. And everything being put in order, we look at 2 major picks here in full time. Since both of these teams shows that both are good in terms of goal scoring and the average goal score rate is above 2, as well as the defensive power is not very strong, we want to look also at the possibility of 1.5 goal as one of the best pick, and we also want to look at 2.5 goal possibility for this event in full time. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Scotland in the League Cup, a match between Aberdeen against Queen's Park. For this event, I will share with you the recent game played of Aberdeen based on the Premier League event they have had, and you can see that is in the Scotland Premier League event. You can see they had games with St Mirren and also against Johnston. They always register a lead, and also they have had games in the League Cup against Dumbarton that shows a very great offense. Comparing to that of its opponent, which has had game bet in the Championship, as you can see, and also in the League Cup, they also show that they can have the ability to score as well. Now, looking at the performance of Aberdeen at home, it shows that they are very good at home and very offensive. As compared to that of its opponent, which based on game they have had, they show that they concede more based on away, based on recent events. And now, everything being put in place, we want to look at 2 major picks in this event in full time. Looking at these 2 picks, the home team have had recent games in the Premiership and they have displayed a great result as compared to its opponent, which has mostly had games in the Championship and League Cup. Based on the performance of these 2, the home team have shown a greater offense, more as compared to that of its opponent. And of course, as a result, we want to look at the possibility of either the home team to lead this match in full time, or if as a result the away team want to impress even more, they want to look at least 1.5 goal as combined result in full time, or the possibility of 2.5 goals in full time. And to those of you who want to access even more games, as well as matches for corner kicks predictions, as well as that for over 1.5 or 2.5 goals, then of course you want to make sure to join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan and start to have access to members only videos and match prediction picks so as to take your winning to the next level. The link is pinned below this video description. You want to make sure to click and join and start to have access to all the features and all our handpicked match prediction picks. Good luck and see you again in the next upload. And bye-bye for now.